though I miss her tremendously and don't like a single moment without her, this time of year anyway, I'd be watching a lot of movies, but with Indrani away, I've been watching a lot more than I usually do. And I got to watch a film that nobody really talked about, but it's nominated for picture and cinematography and screenplay. Train Dreams.
Yeah, no, I've heard a lot. I've wanted to watch it for a while.
It's one of my favorite of the year of everything. It's right at, for me, of the films we've seen this year, it's The Fable, it's Anemone, Smashing Machine, and this one is head and shoulder. The writing, it comes from a book, and they've done it. It's not surprising because the one of the writers in it, I want to give just name the folks. I mean, obviously Clint Bentley. You didn't see Sing Sing, did you, with Coleman Domingo last year? One of my favorites of the year.
I can't remember. Is it Irish?
No, it's the one. It's a true story about the prison Sing Sing and about the guys in there.
Oh no, I heard about it though. I heard it was great.
I love Sing Sing. Platinum with a blue diamond for me. Yeah. And it was written by him.
Yeah.
He's only 40 years old. This guy is immediately at the top of my most excited. This film is so incredibly shot, so well acted, and it is a conversation. It's one of those films to talk about afterwards. It's a conversation piece that I think, personally, I think this reveals, I think your response to it reveals where you might be in terms of your levels of optimism and pessimism at the time that you watch the film. It's one of the most wonderfully crafted, beautiful films that I've seen in the last year. Joel Edgerton, and a couple of other people. I mean, Felicity Jones is in it, and she's fantastic. Somebody else that shows up in the film that I didn't even recognize when he first appears is William H. Macy.
Oh, nice.
Didn't even know it was him at first.
I love William H. Macy.
Yeah, so I highly recommend Train Dreams. If I'm not mistaken, where did I watch it? Hold on, I want to let you know. I'm pretty sure I saw
Netflix.
it. Was it Netflix?
It's their film.
Yeah, it's there you go.
Yeah, it's their film.
Train Dreams is on Netflix.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never
Hey, welcome back to our Ship It Quit.
How does what? Hey!
Excuse me. Welcome back. Today we got the first interview for the new upcoming S.S. Rajamouli movie. What is it called? This one.
Varanasi.
And this is an interview with Priyanka Chopra, Mahesh Babu, and Prithviraj. And this is actually from Collider, so it's a guy who does Hollywood reviews, and it's from a Hollywood perspective. And so it'll be really interesting to see his questioning, because he's not. I know he's seen some Indian movies, but he's not like a regular Indian.
Right.
He's seen RRR, so he's probably a big fan of RRR.
Sure.
But it'll be interesting to see his line of questioning for them.
A lot of folks probably are also, it's not being talked about in the same way, but I think a lot of people are watching Durandar right now.
But it'll be interesting. This is like the first thing they're really doing for it, this interview.
Awesome.
So
this is for sure. That's why I got confused. We were talking about it before. This comes out 27.
This is 27?
Yeah, this comes out 27.
Is that for sure?
Last I saw on Priyanka's page,
okay,
it was 27.
Okay.
How are you three doing?
Great shirt.
I'm happy to be here. I really am grateful to be invited, and it was a really amazing experience in seeing the footage in front of so many fans. I can only imagine what it was like for you three. I have a lot of questions, but I like asking a few curveballs at the beginning. These are harmless, I promise. And the first one is, what is your favorite Indian food, and what is it?
Oh, wow.
Mine is good old Hyderabadi chicken biryani. I love it.
I had it yesterday, actually. It was quite good.
Yeah, Hyderabad is incredible food. I love the chicken biryani too, but I'm a big fan of chaat. Chaat is street food, Indian street food. So, that's my favorite.
Yeah, she can eat everything. Yeah?
He's just jealous. Just jealous.
They probably have to dumb it down for Whitey over there.
Sorry, forgive us. Yes, your favorite food, Prithvi.
So, I mean, when you say Indian food, it's a bit like saying
so
Indian
diverse.
cinema.
Right.
There's no Indian food, you know.
Right.
The same food across in different parts of India are very, very different.
Yeah.
So, I come from a seaside town in Kerala, so I've grown up with a lot of seafood. I love rice and fish curry from back home.
Yeah.
You know, that's my
The
comfort
Kerala
food.
fish curry is clutch.
Is it with the things you've mentioned? Do you like to cook, or is it something that you just like to eat?
We like to eat.
The answer
Yeah.
for all three of us.
Yeah.
They have
One of the
cooks.
things, you guys have all done a ton of projects through your career, and I'm really curious, which previous project changed you the most as an actor and as, I'll just say as an actor, or maybe even as a human, you know, making something and the impact it had on you?
So just to get back to your question, ton of projects? No, he's done a ton of projects.
Something like 100 movies.
I've done, this is my 29th film.
Yeah, I mean, that is
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of movies,
But
bro.
I've been acting from 25 years.
How old were you when you started?
24, so yeah.
No, you started as a kid as well.
I started from the age of 4. So I did
He
a
was
lot
4
of...
years old when he started making movies.
That's what I
So the
started
film
acting
which
was when I was
changed
4.
is this, you know.
Oh, this
He
one?
said
this one.
before this, Mahesh. Don't
Before
cheat.
that, I can't, I mean, there were a lot of films which every film changes you, to be honest. What?
No, I'm trying to think about mine.
Yeah, but I'm talking here.
Shut up, Priyanka!
I figured out what the banter is like on set.
So the films which changed me was Pokri was one film. I mean, it made me a star.
Which one?
So obviously that changed me.
I didn't get it.
So this was in 2006, I mean, and that film was a huge hit. And it changed so much for me that I literally got confused after that. I didn't know what to do. You know, it's because you go to a phase where, you know, how it's like the expectations of the audiences are so high that you literally go into a space that you don't know what to do next. So that happened to me. So every film changes your mindset, but nothing like what I'm experiencing right now with this film. I mean, it's something else.
It's Rajamouli. Baywatch.
I've had a few, I feel. I took a few pivots in my career, and each one kind of changed me. I mean, I don't come from the movies or the movie business or had any aspiration to be an actor when I was young. My parents were doctors. I come from a really academic family. I loved watching movies, but I never thought in my head that that was an actual profession that a person could do at that time. So I kind of got thrown into it after winning a beauty pageant, and so my film school was a film set. So everything that I've learned, from filmmakers that I've worked with, co-actors that I've worked with, and I still consider myself a student. But I've had, like, Fashion was a really early film for me, which changed me. There was another one called Barfi, which was a really difficult character and undertaking to take on, and apparently I did it successfully.
Yes, you did,
And then
ma'am.
when I pivoted and went and started working in the West, you know, kind of the culture of filmmaking is completely different, and then trying to navigate that. So I feel very privileged to, you know, be challenged and have and take on challenges, and then coming back to do a Telugu film. Like, I don't speak the language, I don't understand the language, so I had to phonetically memorize and understand each word to be able to banter in the movie. So improvisation is really tough. So I lean a lot on the director, but like I love that as a challenge, and hopefully I'll be able to pull that off well.
I'm confident.
I try.
I'm confident.
Well, you're reading the subtitles, so.
I mean, as an actor, you realize that every film there is something you learn, unlearn, you know, you discover. Sometimes you learn what not to do, sometimes you learn what to do. Every film is a lesson. So it's pretty impossible to pick one film that is stand out for you. But since you asked the question, recently, maybe there's a film called The Goat Life, Aadu on Netflix, which really pushed me as an actor for multiple reasons. One, for what the role was about. It was about someone who gets stranded in modern day slavery in a desert in Saudi Arabia for 3 years. And I just had to completely transform myself physically and everything. And the shoot got stuck in middle of the pandemic, and the entire crew, myself included, we were
if you haven't seen the behind the scenes on that, you should.
Not shooting. Just stuck there.
It's wild.
Finally had to come back in a repatriation flight back to India. And then a year and a half later, go back to Jordan and then Algeria and then finish the film. So the process plus the character, there were a lot of lessons there for me. It's called The Goat Life. It's streaming on Netflix now. Interestingly, now that you're from the US, one film that I should talk about is something I did back in 2014, I think, where I played an Atlanta Department police officer, and it was shot in Atlanta. And I played this Indian boy who was adopted as a teenager by an American couple who grows up in Atlanta and becomes a police officer there. And I realized back then that was the first time I was trying to root a character in things that I did not know at all, So as an actor, you try and associate moments of your character arc with things you have experienced in your life, people you have seen around you, literature you have read, maybe films you have grown up with. I had none of those crutches for that character. So I had this wonderful experience of actually speaking to policemen in Atlanta, and the typical policeman that an Indian actor would imagine is so far
very different
from your American or Atlanta PD sergeant or captain, that it was really interesting for me to be truly swimming, not knowing which way I'm headed. That was very interesting. That also was a film that I think I learned a lot.
Jumping into why I get to talk to you guys today here in India, which I still can't believe I'm saying. I hate asking a generic question, but nobody knows anything about the movie beyond this little bit that we've seen in the teaser trailer, or trailer, however it's called.
A lot more than I thought we would see, actually.
So I'll actually, then I'm going to switch it to, what was it like for the three of you seeing that footage? How much did SSR tell you about what would be in the trailer, and how much were you, when you guys were sitting there in front of 50,000 or however many fans were there, and watching it, like how much were you seeing things for the first time?
No, we knew about it, exactly what he wanted to show, So we started work on the teaser a year ago, and the 3-minute video footage which you saw took 12 months for the team to do it. And so we knew exactly. Usually he gives a press conference and tells the story of the film. So for this film, he didn't want to do that. And because the scale of the film was so big, so he said he wanted to do a 3-minute video teaser which tells you the exact story of the film. I mean, it blew our minds away when I first heard the presentation of the teaser, what he was going to do. And so finally, when the whole VFX was done and when I saw it, I was like blown away. And so the feeling which I got when I saw it with the crowd was, I still have the goosebumps.
Well, I mean, like that has to be almost like it has to be almost like a musician, like a rock star. It had to feel that way, walking out with that many people going crazy.
That's normal in India, buddy.
No, but you're not. But, India loves its movies. And Indian fans are very, very loyal and, are not afraid to show their love wherever in the world you might go. So, and especially with Telugu cinema, and Mahesh can talk about it a little bit more, but, these kind of events are not uncommon. It happens often, but never so early. It usually happens, when the movie's releasing, but to do it so early, a year or something out before it even comes out, was spectacular. But also like that screen that we had, which people, like it's the biggest screen in the world.
Yeah.
I wonder if
So
they're
to
going
be
to do
able to show the trailer or the 3 minutes of each chapter of the movie. So what that trailer shows you is where the movie travels, every part of the travel of the movie. And there's so many Easter eggs, which I know a lot of fans have already started speculating about. Some of them have a lot of it right, which is terrifying. I was like, how did they figure that out? But they're like zooming in and,
it's us.
But that was really incredible.
It's because of our stupid reactions, Priyanka.
Like Mahesh said, we knew what he wanted to make, but to be able to see it with the euphoria and the energy of that many fans that had been waiting for such a long time to get a little glimpse, and then to be able to see the scale of all of our characters and the journey of our the movie from like 2000 BC to 2027 was just, it's amazing. So it was really, really cool.
I'm just going to switch question if you don't mind. I'm so excited. I love IMAX. It's my favorite format, and you guys are filming this in IMAX. I'm not sure, is IMAX a huge thing in India? Do a lot of fans go to IMAX? What does it mean to you guys to be making this in IMAX?
I mean, it is catching up now, for sure. It is. I mean, the experience of watching it on a big screen is something else.
I think Rajamouli's
so if the right film comes
maybe
for IMAX,
predominant
is going to be
reason theaters put them in.
By the time our film comes in 2027, there are going to be more screens.
Yep.
And it's going to be big.
Yep.
Yes, I truly can't wait. I'm going to switch and ask you an individual question if you don't mind. What do you want to tease about the wheelchair and your character?
And how comfortable was it, Prithvi? How much fun was it?
I could fall asleep in it, yeah.
I mean, just because you said that, there was this one day of shoot when he was in this wheelchair, he couldn't move, the poor guy. And he had a very long monologue happening. And there were these flies sitting on his face.
No.
And literally, the poor guy, he was like, he couldn't do anything about it. And he was actually praying to the flies. He said, for this one shot, please don't come near me.
Because he's incapacitated, so he can't he can't move his limbs.
Because to make sure that,
and I think they heard his prayers. They didn't come near him for that shot. He just prayed and bingo, the flies were gone.
Yeah, to make sure that, I don't involuntarily move my hands or legs. My hands and legs are kept tied, I mean not tied, like sort of locked in place by a mechanism where I can truly then be sure that, okay, whatever I do, I'm not going to be moving my hands or legs. Which then also means that in case a fly comes and sits
if you want to itch your nose, you need somebody else to do it.
Yes. So yeah, it is. But
have a nose scratcher.
Sorry, sir, I have to interrupt. The first day I was like, I got my dialogue wrong, and I was like, so I put my hand literally on, and I said, sorry.
Yeah.
So this guy's not easy. He's like, that's not my leg.
Yeah. So I mean, the wheelchair. There is a lot more to it than what you would think from that one picture you saw. Because of who he is and because of the mind that this character is, the wheelchair in a way is an extension of his personality. The wheelchair in a way is an extension of how his mind works. And he's a dangerous man. He's a very dangerous man who's just physically incapacitated. And his mind works in very, very unpredictable, dangerous ways. And the wheelchair is set up in a way where it almost connects directly to his thoughts, so I'm not going to elaborate further. The wheelchair is not just a prop, it is very much an extension of who Kumba is.
Yeah, SSR comes up with very good antagonists, and he's talked about how much he loves his antagonists. Oh, yeah. So I'm really...
I have an elephant memory. I remember everything, yeah. So before he narrated the story to me, it was one of our early meetings, and so...
And that's like 15 years.
No, this was during Triple R.
Yeah.
Okay. So Triple R hadn't released, and he had come home to my place for lunch. And then we were just discussing, he said what kind of film he wants to make. We hadn't zeroed in on the script yet. And then he finished lunch and he said, do you have anything in mind? What kind of film you want to do with me? And I was like, what do I tell you? I mean, his vision is like so big. I mean, what do you tell to SSR? So he left and I messaged him and I said, I'm just really happy doing this film with you. And I love the way you present your heroes. So, I mean, you really love your heroes. And he said, thank you. But I love my villains more. I mean, that was the message he sent that day. This is what exactly he said. He said, thank you, I love my villains more. So I didn't know how to react. I just put a smiley symbol. I said, okay.
I think
many storytellers do.
Because that is that one ultimate prop for a filmmaker to truly elevate the hero. Is to make the villain as scary as...
The bigger the villain, the bigger the hero.
I mean, it's a classic, for the West, it'd be like the classic James Bond formula.
Exactly.
The scarier the villain, the bigger the hero becomes.
Darth Vader, baby.
We're just trying to make you feel better. You don't want to feel better, that's fine.
Yeah, I was trying.
Time goes off, don't blame me. Yeah? Come on.
So one of the things that was so different about this film and making this film is, in America, a small movie might shoot for 20, 25 days, and a big movie might be 100 days. And you guys are filming this, I could be wrong, for a year and a half or longer. I don't know what the final thing is going to be. What is it like as actors to be making a film for so much of a part of your life? It's like it's a huge commitment of your time, your energy, and everything.
You need to be committed. I mean, it's a long period of time. It's 2 years. So you need to be mentally prepared for that. And once you're mentally prepared, I think it's quite easy. She keeps asking me, she says, how are you doing this? You need to do more films. I said, I'm fine.
I mean, for you, it's been like 5 years you haven't done anything because you had prep for this movie for a year. Then you're going to be filming.
Don't make it 5. Is it 5 now? Am I missing something? Did somebody tell you it's 5? 3 years. Yeah, but it's fine. I'm
she has so many irons in the fire that she can't comprehend. He's only been working on one film.
But I also think such long commitments usually seem cumbersome only when it seems like there is no activity taking place or when you're not involved with the actual film. But with Rajamouli sir, even when you say 1 year or 1.5 years, see, that does not mean we are shooting every day of those 1.5 years. Of course. Plus, all through as actors, we are constantly engaged. We are probably in rehearsals or test shoots or testing. And if you ever have an opportunity to see how he shoots, you realize that the pace is frenetic. On set, if you come to a Rajamouli sir shoot, it's not like anybody is sitting around. I mean, some days we hardly get like 5 minutes to catch a bite in between and then for lunch and then we're back on set shooting.
5-minute lunch?
The shoot pace is frenetic.
Where's your union rep?
It takes so long because of what he is trying to achieve, because of the sheer ambition and scale of the vision. Some days we might be like from morning 7:30 to 6:30, we might be trying to get that one shot, and at 6:30 we could be at take 94 and we'll be like, okay, that's a wrap, we are going to try this again tomorrow. Yeah, we've done that. We've done that.
Complicated camera movements and so many things happening at the same time. But also, like, just for context, production schedules are different in Indian films than they are in America.
No one knows better than her.
We shoot a lot here with like every set or every location. So you'll shoot for 25, 30, 60 days, say for example, you shot that part, and then you'll take a break for a little bit while the other one gets set up. So the commitment for actors is usually a long time, and this film is like times X of that, just because of the vision of it.
I'm curious for thus far, what has been the most difficult shot or sequence of the film, and what can you tease about it?
For each one of us, or generally in the movie?
No, actually, no, I want to take that back. I want to change to a different question. One of the things I love about SSR's movies is the way he used slow motion just so brilliantly. I held back the curse. And he told me how all those slow motion shots are figured out way in advance. So I would imagine all three of you are going to have moments of slow motion. What has he told you about your shots, and how excited are you to be in those shots?
The beauty about him is he does not explain the technical aspect to the actors. He does not say this is a slow motion shot or this is.
We're not supposed to know that.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't want to know that.
He's supposed to know that, and he handles it.
So he doesn't tell you.
I mean, we'll hear it
Sometimes
if he's like,
he
okay,
says
46, whatever. We'll hear if he says 48 frames or
but
something.
But most of the times it's like, I want the expression like this. I want you to do this.
No, because it's in your head.
He just explains what
you don't
he
want
wants.
to go. Right.
Oh,
this is slow mo. Okay. No. Just act.
It's like, okay, and then you hear nice, and then you hear very nice. If you hear very nice, that means you can pump your fist. I mean, you've given a brilliant shot. So it's usually like that, and I mean that's how it should be also, because it's not our
if we like the film,
to know how.
We'll look at the camera and go.
And not more
very nice.
And
very nice.
He really protects his actors and our minds and our sensibility when we're working. I mean, I love good slow motion, of course,
and
but
the one common quality all of us have is, I don't know, I don't check the monitor, neither does she, and I don't think he can check it also.
He's trapped.
You know why? Because he's on a wheelchair.
Even if he wants to, he can't check the monitor.
I only check monitor.
None of us have this
when the
habit of
director
going
says,
and
"Come look
checking
at this."
Once the shot is
otherwise,
done,
I don't care.
so we have no idea what it really.
Because I mean, we are very, very secure that way, because we know that if he said, okay, next shot, that okay is okay.
Exactly.
We
A bit confused initially.
The director got what he wanted.
Nice. Is it okay?
Or she, whoever it is.
I'm assuming it's nice because then she would hear nice. Then she would get excited.
We count who gets more nices and who gets more very nices.
So he has
Who
a
gets
tell.
like,
Funny.
okay,
He
no,
has
but
a tell.
because you shot a little bit more than me, that's why you have more. Not because you did a better job.
Yeah, but one thing I've noticed with Rajamouli sir is for all the grand visuals and the sheer scale and imagination that his films carry, I've realized that as far as possible he sticks to the most simple basics for his filmmaking. I've seldom seen him setting up a gimmicky shot. In fact, never.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
true.
seen him attempt a gimmick with the camera.
It's always
or
in service of story with him.
An unnecessarily complicated
Yep.
track movement. Nothing. For him, it's about the basics. It's about classical filmmaking done right. Now, when I say classical filmmaking done right, it might seem easy, but that's the tougher thing to do. You know, there's no escape mechanism there. When you're sticking to that language of making a film, you really can't have an escape mechanism for a shot that you're not able to capture or a moment that you're not able to get. You will have to just keep at it till you get it. And that he does. That he does. If he will go on till he gets what he wants.
It's Kubrick-esque.
Yeah.
I think I'm out of time. I'm making sure. Yeah, I'm out of time. I'm just going to say it's great to see all of you in India. I really can't wait for sometime in 2027 to see the film.
Thank you. Great
Thank you
talking
for
to
your time.
Nice.
Nice. It looks like he's seen a couple Rajamouli movies at least.
Yeah, I'm sure.
RRR and maybe
Yeah. Maybe Bahubali.
maybe Bahubali or something like that. I don't know. But it is interesting because I'm sure we were that exact way, but it's just so obvious now when you see somebody who's not an Indian interview an Indian artist of some sort. And they don't know who they are. And they talk to them like they're some supporting actor, and there's just a rant in a movie.
Or like his experience for this, thinking, "Wow, what was it like to come out and feel like a rock star?" And all the Indian actors go,
Like a Tuesday.
"A Tuesday." This is like, you clearly didn't see what happened when they did just the audio kickoff to the. Never mind.
You don't see SRK's house on a random Wednesday.
Yeah. Or Hamadag Bakshan every Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just.
It reminded me of, not as bad, but when we saw Sister Midnight and they did
Oh, my stars.
a Q&A with the director, who's not an Indian. He's Indian by descent, but he's not from India. He's not like in that culture, but he is technically of Indian descent, but he's Irish. And they were talking about like Indian movies or the movie itself or Radhika. And like it's clearly
he didn't even the person asking the questions didn't even know how to pronounce her name, didn't know who she was. But that's not just for Indian stuff. We've seen that over and over again.
I don't know how they hire people
at
for
moderators
Q&As.
that do SAG nominated stuff, and you see the Q&A sometimes. Even I've seen people that have come that are from the Hollywood Reporter or Variety, and I've thought, yeah.
I feel like you should do a little more research about, and I wish more people would have. Rick got to do a Q&A with the
Yeah, that was wonderful.
what film was it? Sorry.
It was from Humans in the Loop.
Humans in the Loop,
The
that's right.
writer-director of Humans in the Loop. We did a screening of it for Academy members. It was vying for original screenplay. And we did it at the Harmony Gold.
And did he just get to pick that he wanted you to do it?
Yeah,
or?
it was his choice.
So I wonder how I don't know how the whole process. Does the theater pick it? Does the director pick it?
I think it depends. It depends on the film. So like that film is considered an independent film. And so it was put up by one of the producers of the film.
Okay.
And he was there. So they had creative control over everything that was going on, and they just rented the space. So I think,
They had control.
you know, example, if you were doing, for just off the top of my head, if you're doing an A24 film, my suspicion is they pick who's going to go.
Yeah.
And it depends. And it also depends on who the star is. So if you're doing Top Gun Maverick, Tom will get whoever he wants. I mean, they'll run that by Tom.
It's just wild.
Yeah. But that was
I've also
great.
seen it at IFLA where I'm not even in a movie, in a thing like that, and it's somebody who probably knows Indian cinema in some way, I'm still not satisfied with the Q&As at...
yeah, not all the time.
I think,
that's for sure.
I think oftentimes, certain questioners don't have the personality to be interesting.
Or the desire.
Yeah.
That's one of the big things, is that they're there to ask questions versus really caring about what they're asking and having a passion for it and being able... That's the other thing is, it helps if you can have a conversation with the people you're interviewing at some modicum of commiserate level of vocabulary. So I think that's one of the reasons why actors like talking with us, or even directors like talking with us about filmmaking, is because we ask questions that evidence our understanding of the art form from an actual experiential
and
position.
it also feels like a conversation. I hate when you just see these interviews and it's just like, and what was that like? Okay, now next question.
It turns into the Chris Farley. You remember when you wrote yesterday?
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, where they're
It takes some level of showmanship to be a good questionnaire / interview as well.
Yeah.
In terms of not like you have to be like over the top or anything like that, but you have to seem interesting, you have to seem interested, you have to ask, you have to have the ability to talk well, and converse in a way,
and be genuine. Because if you're not genuine, it really shows.
Obvious,
It's very obvious. That's why it's so great. I'll never stop talking about him. You want to see a Q&A, go to a Willem Dafoe movie where he's there. Because it doesn't matter who's moderating. If the person isn't a good moderator, he'll take it by the reins, and I can listen to Willem Dafoe talk movie making and acting till the cows come home.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with that phrase. But yeah, and when it comes to knowing the differences between Hollywood sets and filmmaking and Indian sets and filmmaking, I don't know that there's anybody more astute or experienced than Priyanka.
Yeah.
Of being able to tell you the major differences of what it's like to be on a Hollywood film set versus an Indian film set.
And obviously every Rajamouli movie is a pan-India, right?
He's reached a stature now. He's like Christopher Nolan. It's an event. It's not just a movie. It's it's a cultural event.
The three big stars from this are all from different industries.
Yeah.
You got
it's wonderful.
Hindi, you got Telugu, obviously, and Malayalam.
And Malayalam.
And I don't know if there's a Tamil actor in there too, but obviously Priyanka kind of bridges the Hollywood and the Hindi gap as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wonder if it's going to be her voice though.
And I wonder too. I hope it is. I think what they'll probably do is that if she couldn't nail accent, they don't want it to be distracting to a Telugu audience, and I wouldn't want it to be that way either. So I would dub somebody if the accent.
My bet is that this is going to be filmed in multiple languages.
Probably. So they don't
Telugu,
have to dub it.
Malayalam and Hindi.
Probably.
And so she'll do her Hindi parts.
Sure.
But then the Telugu, somebody's going to be dubbing her, which we'll watch it in Telugu because it's a Rajamouli movie. And
I can't. It's so hard. I've never done a film where I had to speak in another language, but I have auditioned a couple times for Hindi stuff where I needed to speak Hindi.
Yeah.
It is the weirdest experience I've ever had as an actor to speak things that I know the meaning of the sentence, but I don't know the meaning of each particular phrase coming out of my mouth per se.
Yeah.
Added to what she said, the improvisational aspect of it. Your thoughts can't even improvise. You're so locked in. It's very restricting. It's a very strange sensation. I have deep respect for anybody who can pull that off and be believable. Wild.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, obviously. Next S.S. Rajamouli movie.
Yeah, we're going to spend the next year talking about it.
Hopefully it's good.
Yep.
He's since Ego, we found, because we watched Prabhas, one of his early ones with S.S. Rajamouli a couple weeks ago. And Prabhas was good, but overall it was a letdown of a movie for us. But then we looked over his filmography. Basically, since Ega, it's like bam, 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 bam,
Sixes.
bam,
boom, every one of them, just out of the park.
And they're all so different.
I would say this is the most anticipated film of 27, and the expectations are going to be as high as imaginable because this is his follow-up.
Wow. Anyways, let us know what you thought about the interview and anything else we need to know. And also, if you ever need a interviewer to interview Indian people who actually know things about Indian cinema, we are here. And the email is in the description of every single video.
Yep.
So, let us know down below.
The biggest, the baddest, wackiest, funniest, filmiest show on earth.
Never forget.